Alright, I'm starting the camera, which should mean there'll be about 30 cars driving by me and some kind of loud noise going on any second. Because when I first started the camera, 2 blocks ago, that's what happened, and it usually happens every time I turn the camera on. I don't have anything that great to say. I just, sometimes you wish you had enough money to help out your family and friends, you know? I don't need to be rich, just enough money to help them out. Like my mom, she has a house she's paying for. She got from her ex-husband's family, and she's in this little town here. She retired and moved out here 300 miles from Portland. And you know, she likes her house, fixing it up and all that. So it's definitely a fixer-upper, and she's had to do a lot of work on it, so she's proud of that and all that stuff. And even though we don't get along a lot of times we do. And I'm not into houses and whatever. But I can understand where she's coming from, you know. She wants to have a house and make it nice. I would like one too someday, maybe. Not in this town. She seems to like this town. I find it incredibly boring. A little redneck too. Can I get through over here? But I guess the only reason I'd like to have a little extra money is so I could help her actually move from her house. Her house it's pretty good, you know. It's fixer-upper. It's pretty big, but the neighborhood, she's right next to a trailer park, and I mean a bad one. Like ex-cons hiding, fucking broken down trucks with couches and sacks of garbage and trash and rubbish all over them, and cats on top of it. Just the people are just filthy. There's a few nice people in there, like old guys and young moms that have no money, but there's a lot of douchebags too. And they're like, they've already tried to break into her place one time. They've ripped off stuff out of her little car park area in the front of her house. Apparently they tried to do it the other night, and the dog scared them off and security lights came on. My mom claimed she saw some guy running down the street. I just like to get her a house even if it was in this town, in a better neighborhood. It wasn't so ghetto as that. They don't even have concrete on the street. It's all dirt roads way out on the other far side of town by the train tracks and by the... that's the type of stuff I'd like to be able to help. I have some friends who just had a kid, and the woman has an art studio, an art business, like making art parties and painting and stuff. She's a really good artist. And the dude is originally from England. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. He works as a waiter in a restaurant, you know, taking orders and stuff. It'd be nice to, and they live in a little apartment. It's a nice little apartment, but it's small, and they just have their new daughter. Nice to be able to give them money so they can get themselves a nice little house, you know. Just that type of stuff. I don't need a lot of money. The only money I would need would be enough to be able to travel comfortably to where I can afford plane tickets or trains or taxis in big cities to get places, and to where I can afford to sleep somewhere that's comfortable, you know, and decent. That's really about it. I don't need much money. It'd be nice to be able to help out people though. I don't want to mention the neighborhood to my mom that much in her place because she knows it. Thinks it bums her out. She gets it's like her accomplishment, you know, having a house that she's fixed up and doing it on her own and working on it. So I don't want to bum her out, but it's pretty blatantly obvious. I mean, these people literally live on the other side of her yard. It's about, I don't know, 20, 25 trailers, and man, there's garbage everywhere on a lot of these trailers. I can't believe the cops don't do anything about it. But, you know, she has a cozy place. She has a bunch of animals now, too, like 12 cats and 2 dogs. So it's hard for her to move unless she gets a place with a big yard. And re-transplant all the animals, all the cats. Most of the cats were wild or homeless, and they found her, and they've been living there for years now. And her dogs are big yippers, and they need to run because they're young. You know, it's not my cup of tea, her house, but she likes it. That's what's important. I'm not going to sacrifice my life just to live with her in some town where there's hardly any work, and I don't really like the town per se, and just to make sure she's safe, you know. Well, that's how it goes, you know. If you have a little money, you can help out friends and family. That's one nice thing about that. And you have the freedom to not stress out about how you're going to get somewhere, transportation, or where you're going to stay, shelter, you know. So, yeah, that's what I think about money. Plus, you can get some nice toys if you have a little bit of extra, you know, music equipment, or get yourself a nice car, or just travel, you know. Alright, hey, hope we all win the lottery soon.